Anonymous deals with the plight of refugees and unwilling immigrants, for example. And the storyline follows a character named Anon.
Anon is a young man who is leaving his country, coming to America to escape a war. And on the way, he falls off the ship that him and his mother are escaping on. And he washes up on shore, and his whole journey is finding his way back. So he's a very driven individual, very passionate about finding his home. And the entire time, he's looking for his mom. But there's a mystery as to, is she alive or not? His name is Anon, alluding to the fact that he is anonymous. He is nobody. And throughout the play, when people ask him who he is, he says, nobody, I'm nobody. So he doesn't have an identity, and he finds himself in other people. And when he meets this entire canon of people, at the end he finds who he is.
Anonymous is based on Homer's The Odyssey. So it's a land of myth, a land of gods and monsters.
But when you take on the role of a villain, you're suddenly allowed to get away with certain things, and it's kind of fun sometimes, you know? It's kind of like you're in Halloween and you dress up as that character you've always wanted to dress up as, and you dress up as that character and suddenly you're that character, and it's really fun.
The text is very accessible. It's a beautiful story, very well told. Naomi Iizuka adapted it very well. It's in today's vernacular, in a modern vernacular, but she gives it a lyric twist, so the language is a bit heightened, a bit more formal, but it's very accessible. The actor's shape and gesture is just as important as the text of the play. So it's not a realistic or naturalistic presentation of the text. Since we're in a land of myth and a land of gods and monsters, I chose to make it more expressionistic. It's kind of like Cirque du Soleil meets William Shakespeare.
I'm very lucky to work with the people that I'm working with, because everybody in the play has a good head on their shoulders. Everybody knows what they're doing. They got their cues tight. They got everything together. Everybody takes notes. Everybody does their homework. Everybody that we have has so much talent and brings so much to the table that it completes this production. Director as well, very good director, very well renowned, lots of years of experience. He brings that experience to the school, and that in itself higher the caliber of the production.
Most people go to the movies much more than they go to the theater, and so they're not used to seeing something representational or expressionistic on the stage. So I hope they can see that that's a valid form of the art and appreciate that. I also hope they take home some knowledge of the plight of the refugee. You know, there are so many reasons why people are refugees, why there are diaspora: financial, war-related, religious oppression, gender oppression, like women being oppressed in their countries. These are all reasons for, or natural disaster now with the tsunami, with the earthquakes. So there's a lot of reasons, causes for people having refugee status, and it's important for us to be aware of that.
Naomi Iizuka, who wrote the play, paints beautiful pictures for the audience when he talks about his homeland, when other refugees talk about where they come from and where they're going, the wars, what their life was like before the war. It definitely paints a beautiful picture in the minds of the audience.
Mike Buckley, our set designer and lighting designer, he's a full-time professor here. He's doing a beautiful job with lights. The set is a lot of white. The costumes are all white. So he has chosen to saturate this set and costumes with color. So like one scene will be scarlet and everything will be scarlet. One scene will be violet and everything will be violet. One will be orange, chartreuse green. It's really beautiful. Again, not realistic or naturalistic interpretations of what light is, but the full kind of expression of what it can be. So the physical production is just beautiful to look at. And the story is so commanding that you want to follow Anon's progress through America as he searches for his home. It's really a dynamic production.
That's what I hope people, when they come in, they accept the reality, which is unrealistic, unnaturalistic, but realistic in some sense. And they leave with a different experience, saying that they just saw a moving work of art.